Hello, my friend. This is Nick Krehnke, loan officer at TriStar Finance of Bellevue, 1-800-880-DOWN. And today is a helpful video to show you how to fill out a VA refinance application and disclosure package. I'll go through these pages really quickly. Mostly it's to show you where to sign on here and where not to, because it can be confusing. And you'll see here, of course, if there's two of you on the application, you see borrower and co-borrower. So the borrower will be here, and then the co-borrower will be here, so that way you guys could sign in the appropriate areas. And just so you know, this is pretty much page by page as I send it to you. So you just can start with page 1 and flip right through it, and it's nice, handy, and easy. Anyhow, on page 1 here, you sign up here, and you initial down here. See right down there. Page 2, you initial at the bottom here. And page 3 down here. And then the final page of the app, you sign here and then sign here. And a good faith estimate, the new one that they changed, it's 3 pages instead of 1, and there's no signatures. It's just like for information, which is kind of funny. They can't tell if I gave it to you or not. And this is just if we have list of service providers that we can pick from, but you don't have to sign anything there. Here's the truth in lending. It used to be 1 page, now it's 2 pages, but it does have spots for you to sign here and here. It says applicant, but instead of borrower. There's a fee worksheet, but that's not, you don't have to sign that or anything. And the intent proceed is very important. I got to sign here and here. And then this is just like appraisals. If you need an appraisal on your property, we need to have you pay the AMC directly up front. And this is where you put in your credit or debit card information. And you sign down here. And put the name as it appears on the card and the address where the statements are sent. That's important. And your homeowner's insurance or your hazard insurance, we just need to have, at least very minimum the agent's name and phone number in the company. Very minimum, we need that to order the new binder for the new loan. And then you sign down here. And this is if you have a HOA, like if you're in a condo, because a lot of times they'll have a blanket policy. Okay, so this is a rate lock disclosure, and most likely if this is the initial application disclosures, we do not have it locked unless we specifically said we're locking, but usually not. So right up here is when we're floating it. So you would initial here and here. And then once we lock it, we redisclose to you, because here it'll say we have decided to lock. And then what it'll do is down here, it'll put in all the terms, how long it is locked for, if there's any fees involved with the lock and things like that. So for up here, if we're floating, just sign here, and then, or initial up there, and then sign down here. And this is just your disclosure for fixed rate loans, like if you have your taxes and homeowners, mortgage insurance, or what have you in with your reserves. And this also tells you, like, if do you have a balloon payment, is there prepay penalty, is the rate locked, or is it a higher rate because you don't have as much documentation. Pretty much all of these days are going to be mostly no, because there's no prepay penalties. Very few loans have balloon payments, and like I said, initially it's floating, so it's no. And then there's pretty much everything's full doc these days, so that's no. And then you sign here and here. And then here's just a thing about funds held in trust, which we do not do trust fund accounting, so we don't collect for third-party fees from you. So you sign here, and this just says that you have certain reports available for you, like your appraisal, title, and credit report. That's by law, you could request them. I usually give them to you right up front anyhow. Then here's just an acknowledgement that you receive certain documents and disclosures. The charm booklet is only if you have an ARM. And then you sign here and here. And this is an authorization is for us to order like payoff of your old loan, or a new hazard insurance, or a credit sup, or just anything where we need official authorization from you. And then you sign there. And then here's basically the same thing, but I don't know, they have it in 2 pieces of paper. And then just here's just disclosures about, that you plan to live there or not, or it's an investment property. Anti-coercion, so I didn't like beat you up so that you had to use my insurance guy for your homeowner's insurance. Fair Credit Reporting Act, your rights on your credit report. And then for the Govy loans, you sign here, which this is a VA loan, so Equal Credit Opportunity Act, it just goes more in depth on that. Sign, sign. Mortgage loan origination agreement, basically the nature of our relationship, how we get paid, etc. And then you sign in, whoops, here and here. I sign there. Patriot Act, it tells you what the Patriot Act is about. Sign here and here. And then this is part of the Patriot Act information. We need driver's license information here. And that's kind of it. Anti-steering disclosure, you're going to have 3 different loan scenarios here. So one's with the lowest rate, one's with lowest origination cost, one with lowest rates without risky features. So like if these are like balloon payments and things or whatever, or interest only or anything like that, or ARM, they have it here like we have to do it, without that. And then you sign here and here. And then this is just your privacy information, who we share it with, who we don't share it with. And this just goes more into that. Affiliations, not affiliates, joint marketing, if we have anything with an agent or something. Another thing, notice of applicant to right to receive a copy of your appraisal. Like I said, I give that to you like immediately. You don't have to write in to get it from me. And servicing disclosure, this basically is any mortgage company has a right to sell the servicing. So like it might start off serviced with Wells or Bank of America, or might end up there or whatever, but that's just how it works. Now this is a very important piece of paper. This is for your tax transcripts, and if I don't have your 1040 in hand, we have to have it so your names appear when we request this exactly as it appears on your 1040, and the address of each year. Usually we need the last 2 years of tax returns, and we need all schedules. And even though we get that from you, we still have to order the transcripts from the IRS. It's like an anti-fraud thing that they put into place a few years back. So we have to have this exactly, the address exactly as it appeared, and then the phone number as it was on here. And so we definitely need to get that exact. This just explains it more here. Here's just some HUD VA loan application stuff. Some of this isn't filled out because we don't have it templated in point like we want it to, but some of this stuff, it's just in our print group, but it's nothing that you have to sign, but it's just in our print group. So so yeah, you sign here and here. It's kind of a continuation page, but some pages are just strictly for information. So yeah, sign here and here, and then there's gonna be another one, right down here at the bottom. And this is pretty straightforward when you read it, for the most part. If you need help with it, you could call me anytime. I could step you through everything. And then here's just a FHA mandatory clause. You sign here and here. Real estate certification here and here. Amendment to contract right there and there. Some of this is purchase stuff, but even if you're doing a refi, I don't know, it's in our print group still. So oh, then acknowledgement of disclosures again. I mean, here and here. So there's so many acknowledgments that you've received it. It's kind of funny. And this is a debt questionnaire. You got to kind of fill this out. It's real basic questions. You have to go yes, no, and write something there that explains it. Veteran and the co-borrower sign. Federal collection policy. Read that. Sign at the bottom. Interest rate and discount statement. Tells you about like discount points and or not paying them. Sign. Counseling checklist. And it just depends on if they require it. Like if it's your first time home buyer, sometimes they require it. And then you sign here and here. Oh, you sign here. I'm sorry, I sign here. And this is request for your COE. Now all this information, on your DD-214, it has this information, but we need your DD-214 so we can fill this out properly. And then you sign here. and just more of your rights and things, no prepay penalties, etc. You sign here and here. Whoops. Oh, and that's it. Oh, one thing I didn't put in the print group, I thought it did, is VA nearest living relative statement. So it's not in our print group, but it has to be in there, so that's why I have it separate. So you just put in the name and relationship of your nearest living relative and their phone number, and that's it. And that will be the last page. So if you have any questions, sorry about the long drawn out thing. Here's my number right here, 425-202-5655. And if you hear any friends who talking and they might need my help refinance if they're in a bad situation, or they're looking to buy a house, or just better their financial, give me a call. I'm here to help, and they will not. They'll be thanking you for introducing me. Thank you so much.